Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your New Love in May tarot reading. I'm shuffling the cards here. It's funny, I was going to do Leo because I just have a couple more signs to do. And for some reason, I said Libra. And I'm just going to go with it because that's what I feel called to do. This is for a Libra person that is looking for new love in their life. Oh. The heart of the matter, the main focus, is the Hierophant in May. And what does this symbolize for Libra? This is the card of tradition and marriage. So by extension, I would even say starting a family. So there's a couple of things that I would say about this. First of all, some Libra people may have had relationships where maybe you were living together with somebody and it didn't work out, and maybe now you're saying it didn't work out because we weren't married. This time I'm not going to settle for less. I'm going to get married. Now understand that you're talking to somebody here who has been living with a man for decades. Okay, so I'm not somebody who has ever gotten married, legally married. So I'm not putting down living with someone. But sometimes people come to that conclusion because they have negative experiences with it, and they think that's the reason that it didn't work. I don't personally believe that that's true at all. But that might be what you think. Or simply, you might be saying, I want children, and I feel that marriage is the best way to, to go that route. Where I have somebody who is legally committed to being my partner, because if we have children, I want a partner. I don't want to be doing this alone. And maybe that's where your mind is going. Or simply, I want to be more traditional because I want to fit into my immediate surroundings, the culture I was raised in. The Hierophant can deal with religious, I could call it indoctrination or training. However you see that as well. But definitely the Hierophant is looking at relationships kind of like the house that you rule, the 7th house of committed partnership, Libra, where it's saying relationships are, should be with some kind of guarantee. Well, I don't know about guarantee, but some kind of parameters, like a marriage certificate where there are certain things that should be followed, or tradition has proven itself to be the best way to live life. Something along those lines. And again, with religious teaching, doctrine, you may have been taught that it is wrong to not be in a marriage and to be involved in a relationship. So that could be a motivating factor as well. The Hierophant is connected with Taurus. I connect it with Sagittarius. Okay, so I think a Sagittarian overall, overall is more compatible with a Libra. But I just wanted to tell you what most people connect it with Taurus. In the past position, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new beginnings that have a practical nature. So there you go. With the Pentacles, that can be Taurus. So maybe you started a new job and you met a Taurus individual, or simply you have been, the Ace of Pentacles can be a new job. And maybe that has caused you to move. The Hierophant could even be associated with corporate type of work. But You might have met somebody on the job. You might have met somebody moving to a new city. So whatever is going on, the Ace of Pentacles too, if you have met somebody and maybe you aren't dating them now, but you're talking to them, this is a more solid prospect for you, because this person will probably be very grounded. Now, the other thing about this is if this is in the workplace, that could also be, a very practical setting that you meet this person that you're falling for. The higher message is a very nice affirmation. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment card, getting what you want. Now, this is in the spiritual position, so whenever I see that, I always think that there is advice that is kind of lurking around that card or that position. And basically what I would say is believe that you deserve the best, anticipate the best, and welcome the best into your life. So if you have met or will meet in May a person, or when I say have met, it would have been before May because I'm recording this in April. But if you have met somebody and they are showing an interest in you and they are very solid, like they say they're going to call you and they call you, maybe they pay for your dinner, and I don't like to talk about that because I think that that's very crass to just judge somebody based on what they would do for you financially. But I will say that I recently was watching a video where they were discussing this in Russia and how the Russian women perceive the men. And I thought it was very interesting because they seem to be much more traditional, like the Hierophant, than we consider in North America these days about the male-female dynamic. And it's kind of how America used to be. So, for instance, a lot of people that are going to be watching this, 80% from my recent analytics will be women. But I love you men, so keep it coming. I'd like to get that percentage higher with men. But most of you will be women, and most of you will be interested in men. So I want to ask you, Libra, you are a masculine sign, even you women who are gorgeous. Libra women tend to be gorgeous. So, and feminine looking even, girly girl, but you're a masculine sign, and you might feel that in this day and age, everything should be that, you don't need anything from a man and you don't want him to pay. And you might want to think about that. Obviously, it's very erroneous to assume that you owe somebody something if they pay for you. And that's where it gets a little tricky, because there might be men out there with ulterior motives who want to pay because they want you to feel like you're on the hook for something. So you have to iron that out. But maybe that's what the Hierophant is reflecting, is that your attitude towards yourself as a woman is, are you rejecting traditional ideas because you want to be this modern woman? And maybe that's hurting your love life. And with the 9 of Cups, being able to really embrace the idea of having a relationship with somebody who gives a crap about you, who actually cares, and that's where I was really going with this, is saying that this person, if you have met a person, they may be very reliable. But if you're used to people who are untrustworthy, commitment issues, then you may feel kind of weird yourself. With the Hierophant, I'm thinking that some of you are looking to settle down, but you have to value the person who is willing to settle down, I guess is the point. Well, I guess we couldn't go through a Libra reading without one of these puppies. This is the challenge position. The Two of Wands, you know, having to make that decision that's so difficult sometimes for Libra people. And kind of like this decision is keeping you on the hook. So I don't know what this decision is. You know, maybe there is somebody in your life that you have been dating who is like the Hierophant, possibly literally a Taurus. I would love to know, please write down below if you have ever even dated a Taurus, because I would think that would be a very difficult matchup on the surface, Libra and Taurus, even though you're both ruled by Venus. So maybe you're dealing with a marriage, but you really want a new love, and you don't want to be married, but you're finding it hard to fully get away from it. In that case, the Nine of Cups is like asking you what you deserve. Do you deserve happiness? Do you deserve good things happening to you? You know, is it almost like a punishment to have the that Hierophant there, where you feel like you are trapped in a situation because you deserve it for whatever reason, because you did something wrong. You fell in love out of marriage, and if your religion tells you that that's a sin, then you might beat yourself up over it. For others of you, this can simply mean whether you're ready to move on. With the Two of Wands, it can even be physical relocation, but I'm going to make it more about getting away from the current situation mentally than anything else, and being able to like say, okay, I've had enough of that, and I want to be able to like have a new life and that sort of thing. The advice is represented by the Moon card, and this is about being able to intuit what is the best next step for you. If you are somebody who is maybe transitioning from a marriage and possibly has already gotten divorced, the Moon card might be a time of going within and being more passive rather than jumping right back into the dating scene or something like that. The Moon card can relate to meditation, spirituality, creativity. The Moon card sometimes is associated with deception, even in the upright position. Sometimes addiction and insanity, you know. We say somebody who is loony. So it could be self-deception. And yes, going back to the scenario of somebody who is married and thinks that they have to continue to stay married because that's what it says that you're supposed to do, and trying to convince themselves of that. Oh, you know, I am going to pick an additional card. I wasn't paying attention to the last card I got. Because even the last card we have here is the Nine of Swords, which is a card of anxiety. So it goes along with that Moon card very well. And you have some, you know, you have some nice cards. The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups are nice cards. So Yeah, it does make me wonder if some of you are in a marriage, trapped in a marriage. And maybe recently you've met an earth sign and really hit it off and feel like this person is the one, but you still are feeling trapped. And the moon card is about your own deception to yourself. That's what is ultimately going to free you, is understanding that you are lying to yourself. And one way this can happen is you may know, like if you are married to somebody and you know that it's not going to work out, you know that you're just not getting along, you may still feel like, oh, but this is my religion, and you're hiding behind religion because you can't, you don't have the guts to let the other party know that you're no longer interested in being married. Libra tends to be overly concerned about acceptance from others, so you may fear the blowback of that, of asserting yourself in that way. So let's pick an additional card to see something more positive. Well, there you go. I've been getting this card a lot. This is about tying up those loose ends. So, yes, so it sounds like after the fact, after I've gone through most of this reading, that maybe this is a card about a marriage that has gone bad and you looking for new love. But you might have been watching this reading prematurely and you need to take care of that situation first. So that's how I'm going to paint this picture here, Libra. If you want something much more tailored to you, like a love reading tailored to your specific situation using your natal chart, please click on the link below. That takes you to my web store, and I have love readings and other types of readings too. But anyway, have a great May. Bye.